Hello and welcome to this Gameplay Monday. A little bit of a different format because, well, clearly we're not breaking down a game today. A little bit of the real work actually got in the way, so I thought it'd be a great idea to sort of look at the future of the channel and how we've gone this year and what my goals are going forward. And while I'm doing that, I will actually show you real gameplay of some Zyra jungle, Taliyah jungle, a few things I've been playing around with just to keep you captivated instead of just staring at a talking head. So I'll transition to that now. Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much for everyone who's liked, commented, shared, joined the Discord, anything like that on Reddit for the channel this year. My goals have been well met and exceeded. I sort of maybe wanted to get to like 45,000 by the new year, and we've surpassed that and our expectations, and we've gone by that, and we might even get to 50,000 by the new year, which is insane considering exactly 12 months ago I think I had like 1.4 thousand subs. So yeah, it's been a bit crazy in that sense, trying to slot everything in. And in terms of the future of the channel, I wanted to talk about how we can move forward, maybe getting more content out, different variety streams, things like that. But there's no way that can happen in the current form, because there's no ways I can actually put out a third video a week without perhaps negating all sleep entirely and still managing to reach my teaching obligations and tutoring obligations. So I'm not here to set up a Patreon or anything like that just yet. That would be something that perhaps we do when we go full-time, if we ever reach that stage. I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm taking it day by day. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy making content for you guys. And if we ever reach a stage where we can go full-time, that's fantastic, but one step at a time. But to that end, YouTube, I don't know why, but for some reason we've actually had memberships activated for our channel. I don't really have any going on the YouTube gaming side of things, but we've been given that button, so I thought it would be a good idea just to introduce what that actually means. So basically, it's a way you can support the channel in an official capacity, so sort of like subbing on Twitch, right? Exactly the same thing as subbing on Twitch, except we don't have, you know, the different tiers. It's all just one different tier, and you get different perks. And then so far, I've put down the perks. I'll pop them on screen, perhaps. So far, the perks are you get your subscriber badge shown in the comments as well as chat if we do YouTube live streams, and if we did get any sort of member traction going, I would do a live stream, definitely. I think maybe at least once a week would be an ideal goal, and we can do it on YouTube and split it with Twitch, something like that. It's just something I'm floating, but just so you can sort of use the emojis and show your membership badge and also have an additional form of content for the channel. You also get access to community member posts only on YouTube, but we can also host those on Discord, where you get a special role that only YouTube members can get. And we can talk, and you can vote on Gameplay Monday champions, you can vote on different guides you want to have, and I'll interact directly with you, so you see the content you're directly supporting. I'm not a supporter of people having memberships and patrons and things like that, where you'd have no way of contributing to the content. If you're going to support the content in that sense, I think you should have a say in some of its direction at the very least. So those are the major perks, and then down the line I'm thinking of adding things like coaching and op.gg reviews and things like that. Nothing revolutionary or unique, but definitely something interesting that you can get for being part of this website in an official capacity. So if that interests you, please feel free to click the join button. And, well, I haven't really come up with a name for us yet, but I guess I'll come up with something. Join the Yggdrasil or something like that. That would go a long way towards really helping bring out extra content on the channel. We also have other ways you can do that. Once-offs, donations if you felt so inclined. It's not necessary, but aside from commenting, sharing, and liking as you've been doing, which is absolutely fantastic, because without that, the YouTube videos don't get recommended to other people and we don't get new subscribers. So that interaction is really great, and I've really appreciated everyone who has just clicked the like button even once on a video. So thank you very much. But if you're looking for more perks and things like that to stand out, you can, of course, hit the join button. And down the line, I'd like to set up some live stream schedule, YouTube, Twitch, split the time, just so there's an additional form of content. And those of you who like to watch live streams, I will play a little bit, but I don't want to have a prototypical stream where I'm just playing, maybe streaming OBJGs, things like that down the line. I have to figure it out, but definitely something I want to do. But it's not currently possible with me working full-time as well as making 2 videos a week. It's just not something that I'm going to be able to give. There's only a limited amount of time in the day that I have. So, and I do want to get my ultimate YouTube goals. I want to have another channel. I want to have 2 channels at 100k plus, growing, and the second channel I want to be free educational. I want it to be tech, science, math, me working with other teachers and tutors and things like that who are capable of creating really powerful and bite-sized tutorials that help anyone at any level. That's what I have the support to do at the moment, but that's my goals for the next 2-3 years, let's say. And on that note, perhaps some merch down the line, 50,000k merch. If you're interested in merch, let me know. What kind of merch would you like? Hoodies, caps, mugs, toilet roll holders, anything, you know, normal or whatever with some logos and maybe the word quintessential, seeing as I'm saying it so much on the t-shirt or something like that. But that's an idea as well. If you have any other ideas of ways you think we can grow this channel and support it in any capacity, let me know as well. And yeah, that's just really what I wanted to say. Is a big thank you. List of things that I want to do, list of ways you can support the channel, from joining to donating to keep doing what you're doing, sharing the content and commenting and being part of this community. Join the Discord if you want to. And on that note, we'll answer some questions from the Discord. A few of them pertain to jungling. And the first one is, what products do you use, if any, for your beard? Well, yes, you have a special beard wash you use every morning. You wake up to, you know, get the wrinkles out. And then I use a beard oil and a beard balm to sort of moisturize and protect the hair, as well as shape it a little bit. Because when it's longer and thicker, you sort of get, you wake up and, you know, like this could be there and this is all squished in, so it's like your hair. That's why this is gone, because, well, that was becoming too annoying as well. But it's not really a league question, but there you go. Beard oil, beard balm, and beard wash. Can you manage additional tier lists by elo? That's something that we could discuss with members or other people, but not at the moment. I just don't have the time to sort of, I mean, the jungling, that's why I make the jungling guide the way I do. I make it so that if you are a low MMR jungler, you can see what I recommend you to play or what's best in your MMR, and if something's really high skill cap that benefits from having a heightened game knowledge and a heightened level of mechanics, I do put that, you know, for example, Nidalee. To that end, not at the moment. I would like eventually to have positions and elos. That's a big project though, that would require additional help from other YouTubers, and that would be when we're much bigger, I think. But definitely on my mind in the future. How long do you play League, and why did you decide to main jungle? So I've played League since 2013, before Worlds, and that's when I was leveling my account. And back then, if you've been playing since 2013, you know how long it took to level an account. It was painful. But I decided to main jungle because I came from Star Wars: The Old Republic and MMO, where I was a tank. I love being the main tank because you can control the aggro, you keep the people safe from themselves, you know, DPS just running around doing damage, you keep the ads on you, things like that. So I enjoyed doing that, and in League I wanted to do something similar because it's a strategy game, right? And we're gonna be a tank. And tanks go in the top lane. At least that was what you read when you're level 1 and you've never played before. So I looked up all the champions at the time, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna buy volley bread, I'm gonna go in the top lane. But you couldn't really jungle at level 4 or 5, so everyone kept coming too top, and I hated that everyone was coming too top. I don't want to lane with someone else. I don't want to be dependent on someone else. Oddly, I became support, but that's more because you keep that guy alive from himself. So it's sort of tanky, right? And so I just said, fine, I'm going to the jungle. So when jungling Volibear at level 3, 4, 5, you know, jungle Nasus as well, I would just flash, gank, wither mid lane level 2, and off you get a kill because no one knows what's going on. But yeah, that's why I actually decided I just want to be a tank and go top. Hence why I like Ornn and Maokai and things like that. I've since progressed and play other things, but that was the original reason. Who do you think is the best jungler in the world, and what's your favorite professional team? Score? I don't know. I think Score has to keep that title at the moment, just because of how he plays the game and how long he's been playing the game. But I don't think the jungle level overall, I'm not going to pretend. I haven't watched all the regions. I haven't analyzed all the jungle players. I stopped really watching as much pro play as I used to. So I can't really comment too much on that. But I will say Score has a unique way of playing that's more advanced than most of the junglers he faces. Tarzan Griffin was a very good player this year, but of course they didn't even make it to Worlds. But he could grow even more. When I sort of played the most, 2014, you had Dandy and Spirit both on Samsung White and Blue, and they were just absolutely insane at that time. And I learned a lot by watching. I learned a lot about pathing by watching them that year in that Worlds in Korea. So I always have good memories of watching his Rengar when I mained Rengar too. So it was a nice way to sort of learn the game. My favorite professional team, when I started, as I said, I like Meteos and Cloud9, but also like the Odd One and TSM because they were streaming and this was like a new thing. I haven't really paid attention to it. I liked Fnatic and Cyanide in Europe. So and I liked SKT at the start of Worlds. Sort of this young Baker kid. Hey, looks interesting. And Monty was all about the Korean hype train, SKT hype train. So I was sort of just jumped on board that. And not my fault they ended up winning so much, but it works out that way. So I guess those 4 teams are the ones I've kind of kept allegiance to in terms of how much I watch and pay attention. So it's good that Cloud9 is doing well, and I'm happy for Svenskeren because he went from tier 7. He's having a decent run now with Cloud9, so that's pretty good. Okay, next question. Do you believe that a good jungler game is key to a win, or is a good ADC more important? I would say definitely jungle. The higher you go, you can camp bot lane as a jungler, get your ADC fed, and your ADC can snowball a game for you very quickly. But they're less likely to do that the lower you are, right? So jungle's the one that can impact the lane. It's your decision to camp, it's your decision to invade, it's your decision to farm. You can secure barons, dragons, it's all in your hands. You have so much map pressure to be able to rotate. When you have 3 losing lanes and you're an ADC, you can't do anything about it. But when you're jungle, you can actually move around the map, and I made a video about that. And that's why people like to smurf to main jungle. That's why people like to play jungle when they smurf, just because they have the capability to completely take over a game early and snowball a victory. What do you think is the best way to improve? With subscribing to your channel, of course. Well, I also believe you should subscribe to other channels and other roles to learn about the game in total. I cannot give you everything. Definitely the best way to improve is to, now as a coach I will tell you, always review your own gameplay. Now it's slightly hypocritical because, you know, I can just get annoyed and not do that myself, but if you're reviewing your own gameplay, if you're being very critical about how you're playing the game, what you did wrong, what you did right, what your champion pool is, being honest about your champion pool. Now you can love a champion and spam him, but if you're getting, you know, 45% win rate in 1,000 games, maybe it's time to switch. But if you enjoy it, go ahead. I mean, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying paying attention to these things and being honest with yourself is the most important way to improve. Stop saying you're good at the game if you're bronze 5. No offense. If you're bronze 5, that's fine, but don't pretend you deserve gold. If you deserve gold, you would be gold. And the second thing to improve is stop every single comment or thing you say about every time you lose is because of your teammates. Yeah, your teammates will suck. And yeah, you might have 20 games where your teammates all cause you terrible grief and sadness, and you just hit the whiskey and you cry a little bit. But in the end, overall, you are the only common factor in all your games. Just focus on you. Think about it that way. And just focus on having fun with the champion you're playing, impacting the game in a way that you probably aren't doing, and review your replays. Look for things you missed. Watch tutorials on YouTube. I hope this gives you a little bit of idea of where I want to go with the channel. Wasn't scripted, it was just really random. I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest about the YouTube memberships, the Discord, and future merch and stuff like that. But thank you all very much for the support that you've given me over the course of this year. Really appreciate it. I like where we're going. I hope we can keep growing, and next year this time we're closing in 100k. That'd be beyond my dreams for this YouTube channel, I have to say. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great Gameplay Monday. I'll see you later in the week for another in-depth video. Subscribe, like, comment, and share if you enjoyed this video. You just gotta say it right. And I'll see you all in the next tutorial.